Take a look
For the county?
statewide initiative. Take a look at it. Look at it, right, we can just sign it down here.
Okay.
So, but, yeah, so we did talk to them, give them some options.
He's got the six.
Yeah, he had to go get his mom, he won't be here. He's not on the committee anyway, it's us three. Okay. Huh? No, he told me that, Tracy is Gowdy and Austin, Austin's not on, Smith is not on this committee, right?
No, but he was going to come, but he couldn't stay. He just wanted to
Right.
hear about.
He just wanted to hear it. Can you read that right quick, because I gotta get that back, I see what you're raising. I just started circling it a few days ago.
Well, I mean, I don't think anybody.
Here, let me give you something real short. Here, read this right. That's really the essence of the meeting.
Whatever, and so that's ridiculous, I mean, obviously.
So right now, in the nursing home, the ratio is 1 to 20. But if they get this initiative, then it's gonna be a struggle. They got you June of next year, you get 450,000 signatures statewide, then it'll be on the ballot. So right now, they have no rules, so these nursing assistants and people like that, they're, you can have 1 to 20. But if this passes, it's
Really?
1 to
And
8.
you look good on here.
Okay, it's important.
I mean, I'm not saying.
Okay,
Sure, no problem. Yeah, that's
and I
fine.
should have circulated Thanksgiving, but I left it at home when I went over to family's house.
It's cosmetic.
Okay.
Okay. Counselor, it's 5:30.
Okay, but I need to get this so we can get started.
It would be.
Thank you. Let me have that back, or I'll forget.
I don't know how.
Okay, read it, okay. All right, let's go.
Okay, today is Tuesday, November 30th, 2021. We are, time's 5:30 PM. This is the City of East Cleveland Health and Safety Committee meeting. The chair, Nathaniel Martin, members Juanita Gowdy and Timothy Austin.
The meeting of the Health and Safety dated November 30th, exactly 5:31 is called to order. Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Okay. Counselor Gowdy?
Yay.
Counselor Austin?
Present.
Present.
Counselor Martin?
Present, we do have a quorum.
Present.
Okay, you wanna talk about the Zoom link and anything like that, Tracy?
No, that's just for, people that are logging, to let them know that they can log on by Zoom as well.
Okay, we can go straight to legislation?
Yep.
Okay, go do 6621.
Okay, you're going to discuss tonight a resolution number 6621. It's a resolution authorizing the East Cleveland Fire Department to evaluate and install hazardous building placards on unsafe, vacant, and abandoned structures. This is requested by the fire department.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Chief Warden to come up. Tracy, make sure he's on your thing up here.
Oh, I can see him perfectly. Soon as he
Okay,
gets over here,
Warden, give us a summary. You can come up, I think, can you get him from there?
He's perfect right there.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
So basically what this is taking, what we're asking for is we're implementing something that we had a long time ago. Cleveland Fire Department, after they had a fire, they came to a fire with us over on Croyan
Mhm.
Superior. You guys might utilize, or might better utilize this than we may be utilizing them right now. Basically, all it is a large placard that we put on abandoned houses so that we know that this is a house that is unsafe for our guys to go in. Also, we'll make it known to any kids, and those kids are gonna be kids. We will still make it clear to them and to their parents that this is a house that everybody should avoid going into. And so it's something that we just think would be a good thing.
So you put those all around the city?
We would identify those houses, especially after a fire. 'Cause that's really when you put them up the most. Like that building that we had on Superior,
Mhm.
we've had 3 fires in that building.
Oh, is that the
Never
one
had
near the
three
corner
fires in that
behind that, Mr. Hero, the building? No.
Superior.
Oh, okay.
They're finally tearing down.
On the main.
So we had 3 fires in that building. The problem that we found was that because of the nature of the fire service, especially here in East Cleveland, we automatically go inside. There actually was a person who had passed away inside that building anyway.
Okay,
So this just sort of prevents us from making dangerous moves into a house. It helps the guys to slow down, especially having a lot of new people coming in.
all right.
When they see these signs, they'll know automatically for safety for themselves, sort of slow down. Let's get a complete evaluation of the fire before we make any entrance.
Well, thank you. That's in, Councilwoman Ward too. Juanita, got anything you want to say about this?
Yeah, I'm glad that you are, thinking about that, and, it's a pleasure for you to actually, take your time. When we call you, you come all the time.
Yes.
And, you know, you work so hard in our city, and I push that this year in our budget meeting, that we'll give you a raise and stuff like that, because y'all deserve it. you
Well,
know,
we appreciate it.
And, keep up the good work.
And I appreciate you always opening up your ear to me whenever I have a question or want to talk. So I thank you three especially for always doing that.
Okay, Councilor at Large, Tim Austin.
Yeah, I do
Go
have
ahead.
one for the chief.
Yes.
The example of what the placard will look like.
Now I did send a picture and I left it on my desk as I was walking out. I thought I grabbed it. I just realized when I got here, I left it on my desk. So basically, it's a large sign, white sign, red.
Chief, you know, a real simple guy.
Mhm.
If there's any possibility before the meeting is over, we
Yeah.
have to bring that back. So not only for my benefit, so that people can see.
Not a problem.
We know what this looks like. That's one that the fire department has already identified with the issue that we may have.
Okay,
And that way we'll be good to go.
okay, not a problem.
I need to reach out to Tim and Juanita Gotti, because we're finding over the past 6 months that everything's going up. And I think this, you feel comfortable of us moving it as an emergency to our next meeting.
Well, we
I
had
think
to
that-
see it.
That'd be, yeah, I think it'd be good for us to see.
I can do that. It's not a problem.
We
I
would
can
like
get it
to see
over.
it first to
Yep.
do
And
it.
Chief, I do want to commend you and your team for actually coming out and doing the work that needs to be done to make sure that we are safe before another truck. I bet we need much.
Hey, we'll take
Sometimes
it.
that's all we can get, you know, environment that
Well, we appreciate getting that high five.
Thank you, Tracy.
Yes.
We're gonna change that to emergency. Okay, all
With
right.
concurrence of your committee.
The committee is in favor of that.
All right,
Okay, let's move to the next
Stay
one.
here for the next one.
Yeah.
okay, the next one, resolution number 8321. This is a resolution authorizing mayor to enter into a contract with Motorola Solutions. This radio communication equipment for use by the fire department at a cost of $58,437.60. This is requested by Fire Chief David Worley.
Okay, Chief, go ahead.
So what's going on here is, we've had radios right now. The problem is that, we've sort of in the city, we've always been behind. And so the radios that we have currently are way behind. So, which doesn't pose a major issue at this moment. The problem that we have is that when we send our radios off to be tested, that we test it from time to time. The radios that we have sent out have come back not intrinsic, which
When you
basically.
say intrinsic, elaborate.
So basically what that means is that when we have radios, our radios are designed to be able to enter any atmosphere, no matter what the condition, whether it be a gas leak or fire. The radios that we have right now, the ones that we've had tested, cannot. So if our guys were to go into a fire or a gas leak, those radios could either fail or seriously malfunction on us. And so as we were talking to the Motorola people and to the radio companies it's only one really major one
Mhm.
that's out there, they suggested that we go ahead and see if these radios can be repaired. They said that they're so far off that they cannot be repaired. And so they recommend that we start considering getting new radios. The other reason behind it, other than this being non-intrinsic, is the fact that our radios, like I said, are so outdated. Coming up in 2022, the radio systems across Cleveland area are going to change. And our radios that we have will not be compatible with them. So for example, if Cleveland was to show up on a fire with us, we would have no way of communicating with them and letting them know, hey, we have guys trapped on this floor, or we have victims in this area. And so these radios are going to be obsolete.
Okay, we'll start with Austin this time. Anything about the radios, Austin?
Yes, I did take a look at the.
Okay.
The radio, and this is a very simple.
Okay,
We know that we used to be on a single channel frequency, now we're doing frequency hopping for security reasons, so somebody won't step into our network.
You got it.
We have to be on frequency hopping technology, and it's a no-brainer. We have to have it. It's another opportunity to, how long would it take once the resources are available? Cool about this spot.
The sales rep from Motorola is waiting to hear back from me, so I can give you more exact. I know he said, he understands the seriousness of it and how bad we need these radios. So he said he would definitely work with us to get it done as soon as possible.
Taking over dispatching again for 911 calls, would this enhance that capability?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yep, because Motorola has already installed equipment with
Thank
them,
you, Brother
it'll
Austin.
make it a smooth
Okay.
transition.
Brother Wally, go ahead, Dottie.
You said it's outdated, and I know it probably is. What year?
So these radios were actually purchased by Doug Zook, that chief, which
Yeah, you
he's been
don't
gone.
remember Zoom.
I don't know
think
if
he
you
was
ever had
here
the
when
privilege
we
of
came
meeting
before.
Chief Zook, but he's been gone for at least 8 years or more. And so that's how far outdated. Other cities they've always been keeping up with staying ahead. And so they always, which I love the relationship, like I said, that I was able to rebuild with the surrounding cities again. They always work with us. They always ask us, what can we do to assist you all? So when we show up on fires with them, if they need to give us one of their radios to help them out, they'll do that. So, but yeah, so they're open.
Okay, so like we said, the budget hearing is coming up.
Yes, ma'am.
And we can try to put that in the budget, because we still looking for the 5-year forecast, So, we just looking forward to doing some new things, and update is better than outdate. So.
And I can email you exactly what Motorola says.
We'll get that to the person, get in all the council people. I wanted to feel council at large, Austin, Council Ward 2, Gotti. This is an emergency. They need to have this when they go in these buildings. Are we comfortable moving this to an emergency?
100% comfortable.
Okay, Tracy, Peters, put that as an emergency. Okay, now we got one more, right? And then I got some other things we need to cover.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we got anything else? We got 2. I got a third one that came down. I don't know. It's
This one,
resolution 8421.
yeah, this has to do with the purchase of furniture. It's a resolution to authorize the mayor to enter into
Okay,
a purchase
I'm
agreement.
gonna let Austin lead that.
I'm gonna go grab
Okay.
the sign real quick.
But I want to say this before Austin gets started. And we haven't had a new table in over 100 years. The stuff you've been using, been using over 100 years. And we got a little discount on the table. We need to turn this around. So I'm comfortable with it, Brother Austin. I'm comfortable with it, God. But you go ahead and go to God. And okay. This is the table. Okay, we're gonna get to you. I know you got something to say, don't you, Gotti?
You know I do.
Okay.
Excuse me while I do this, because oftentimes we miss
All
opportunities to have
right.
a static display, which helps me understand where we're trying to get to. I'm sure they can put these back up for the guys tomorrow.
I think it's in your packet as
It's
well.
right
I
here.
put it- yeah.
I didn't see one. Okay.
And look at the very back.
Okay.
They sent new pictures down.
Okay, great. So what we're talking about is an opportunity to bring the East Cleveland council chambers and courtrooms up to this millennium. So as Councilor Martin said, that, it's been a long time since somebody actually had an atmosphere that reflects the attitude of an up and coming city. So I would like this courtroom to reflect the new attitude, focus and drive and determination of the professionals working in the great city of East Cleveland. This is not the picture that shows, that depicts actually what this courtroom will eventually look like.
Here's another diagram in it. Yeah, we sent 6 or 7. Actually, showed.
So I was fortunate enough to actually come to a discussion where the courtroom of the future was laid out. It had a half moon shape, and a lot of colleges and universities use that half moon shape to discuss issues that would allow them to grow and develop into what they would have their students grow and develop into as professionals. The Cleveland City Council uses the same layout where the councilors actually face in a way that's convenient and good for discussion. But this is an opportunity to exchange information, again, learn and grow. The diagram that I have before me is very small. I know that there's no zoom on this camera, but it is worth taking a look at. If the councilors have not had an opportunity to take a look at it, I think it's worth a look. So if at all possible, I'd like to make sure that we can get this onto the agenda for exceptional discussion. And there is an opportunity right now for What was that discount? I can't remember. $20,000?
It was about 8,000 off, it's down, it was at 48 for now it's down to
For
40,000.
council.
Right,
For
so,
council.
right, so we were sharing this chambers with the court, and we're gonna contribute to the overall completion of this between the courts and the council. There's an opportunity right now for us to save between $7,000 and $8,000 by getting this onto the agenda and helping us realize what we want our city to look like and the reflection that we want others to see about how we care about our city and the way we conduct the business. So if you want to have a professional atmosphere, you can conduct yourself professionally, you have to put your effort into it. This is an opportunity for this body.
Well,
Put some effort into that professional atmosphere.
my question to you, Jim, because it really comes under your committee,
No.
but technically, I know it's a contract, but there's some gray area. we don't
Show
talk about.
services and facilities.
Okay, my question is,
It's
Uh,
property.
my question is, I think you're not gonna have any more meetings this year, is that correct? I think we need to have another meeting on this in your committee.
Okay, that's no
And
problem.
on the record, whether people agree with me or not, after being up here, changing tables and stuff for years, I've been up here, next year will be my 29th year. And I saw it at first, I said it was a little high, we share that with you, Gotti. Then we got a discount, what, 8,000-9,000,
Yeah.
and everything's going up. So it's way overdue, and it's not about this council. It's not the council that's gonna be coming in next year, but it's about the future council. The table is top of the line. So that's where I'm at. So I yield to you now, guys, see what you have to say. Okay,
Thank you, Councilman Martin.
Okay.
And, Councilman Timothy Johnson. I know you're rushing and putting things together real quick, but first of all, let me share something with you. We didn't even know that this is going to be tore up to the floor up. We did not pass no contracts. We did not go through, nobody went through the council for none of this. And that's where we have a problem at. And to pass something that still didn't come before the whole council. And I mean, I'm totally against it because if you don't do it right, you start off wrong, and I'm tired of doing things wrong. It's time to turn things around. We need to communicate. And we need to have meetings, not a meeting like this, when it's
Okay.
already in place of what they want to do. We come in one day and want to talk about the money, and then end up seeing the carpet and everything else is all tore up and never came before council. This have not came before the full council. We have seen pictures, but we didn't even know what this was about. So y'all passing stuff that did not come through the proper channel, because like I said, we did not tear up this. The mayor did it without our permission. The mayor did a lot of things without our permission. And I don't agree, because we need our respect back. And we don't have no respect. And y'all just going along with it.
well, let me jump in and I'm gonna yield to you. You have a valid point.
And it's too
But-
expensive
Okay,
to.
but let me share this objectively. I sent 3 to 4 memos a couple of months ago, before the election, before September 24th, when the new mayor when the mayor got reelected, to have a meeting to discuss the ARPA money. Okay, for one time in all the years we've been up here, all 5 of us agreed to 5,000. And I think was it 500 also, was it 5, we met in the library, go back. Okay, well, I was told, for the record, Brandon King told me that he's not gonna do anything till after the election. The election was over September 25th. We come in to this facility in Amish, we didn't know that. Okay, so if we got a number of issues. Before I came in here, I was at Tim Wings in St. Clair. Lady stopped me. Everywhere I go, she stopped me. She said, well, Mr. Martin, aren't you the councilman? I said, yeah. She said, well, when am I gonna get my 3,000? When am I gonna get whatever? And I said, technically, I can't really answer that, but I know one thing, the council never voted on. So I said, we're gonna deal with that. So what I'm saying, your point is valid. We have a number of issues that I don't think we're gonna resolve in 2021, but I'm hoping that whatever happens in 2022, that we really sit down and this 13 million that's coming next year, that we handle it right. So Go ahead, Austin. I need to make that point because this is just not the issue about it. There's a number of issues. But we don't have an attorney. Eventually, we're gonna need that. We don't have any kind of thing to leverage to things that we need to do. So I don't know what we're gonna do about the fact that this facility was never discussed with the council. That's a fact. It's not personal. It's a fact. And all the work is taking place, and this place is gonna look pretty nice in the next couple of months, was never discussed with the council. Going back to,
Where's the money coming from? How much?
Well,
We don't even know nothing. and y'all wanna be-
we will
y'all-
find that out when we meet in 2 weeks. And Austin will still be here. We're gonna go over the budget. We're gonna ask all those questions. So philosophically, where I'm at, and then when we get through this, I'm gonna have Wardy come up. Where I'm at is what we've got to do is see if we can have a working relationship with him next year on these items. And we need to get a working relationship to see if we're gonna get these attorneys that we get paid. If not, we're gonna be at a disadvantage.
Oh, well,
Okay.
We working on it, and,
Okay.
Before I yield back to you.
Go ahead.
Martin,
Go ahead.
$3,000, a house repair work have to be done to the residents. We did not prove that. $300, we didn't even prove that, so the mayor have some answers.
So what do we
We
do?
have,
What do we do?
we have to investigate where all this money is at. We got to do some investigation.
So I'm gonna stop right there before we go to Austin. In 2 weeks, this is what the questions, the power that we have. And I say it with all humility, it's in the budget.
Mhm.
Now, legally, we have to pass the budget by March 31st of 2022.
Mhm.
So the plan is to have, within 1 day or two, we're gonna have all the budget hearings. You may have one more, go over it. This is when we gotta ask all these questions. This is when we're gonna see if there's gonna be a collaboration or cooperation between the administration and the mayor. Okay, and that's where we're at. I don't speak against you on that because it's true. Okay, I told people the last few months, I said, well, we didn't vote. The fiscal commission, the state fiscal commission said that we have to amend the appropriation and we have to vote on it, but that's never taken place. Go ahead, Austin, I'm through.
Y'all said a lot.
Okay, go ahead.
As far as the courtroom, I just want to remind the body, there was a discussion that took place during the last budget hearing. When Judge Dawson was in talking about court business, and he talked about how nasty the carpet was, how bugs were infested in the seats, and certain things that were not acceptable within the courtroom. And we talked about, since we share the space with the court, that we would share the cost, and that was something that took place in the discussion during the last budget hearing. I don't know whether you were actually in the room, I don't recall, but the bottom line, we had a mild discussion. We should have had more detail. However, we knew that there was gonna be some cost sharing taking place. Yeah, but I don't.
You talking about this room now?
Yeah, I'm talking about this room. Between- you remember that?
Let him finish.
Right, so I'm just saying, there was some discussion, and that's all I'm saying. I don't remember all the details. It wasn't very detailed in the discussion. And in sharing that cost, the court is paying a portion, the council is paying a smaller portion than the court, because of the amount of the court offers.
So we are paying something on this?
Yes, that was the initial discussion. So
Okay, go
now-
ahead. Let him
now-
finish, let him
I'm just saying,
finish.
there was a discussion about upgrading this facility in this room. And because of the unfortunate pandemic that we're in, a whole lot of dollars in the general fund. So if the administration is taking on that cost, then we need to kind of know about those dollars and how they're gonna be broken out. And I support you 100%, knowing how the money's gonna be spent and where it's gonna come from.
Okay, before I,
You were here when-
okay, I'm gonna have him bring up, but before we do that, what I'm asking you to do also, because this is under your committee and technically on her because it's a contract. We need to have another meeting before the end of December 31st. We need to have another meeting. If we can't get the 4 votes, we can do 3, then we can do another thing that just takes 30 days for it to become law. But we need to have that discussion. So I'm asking
I
you,
will ask our clerk.
Okay.
When she can schedule.
when can we schedule another meeting for this committee?
Well, we have to schedule another meeting for Ms. Gowdy's committee, so we'll do a crossover with your committee and Ms. Gowdy's. And we'll put this piece on there.
Okay,
Like
got
we
it.
talked before, we always have a a piece here or there that's a crossover. So that'd be perfect.
All right.
So. I do
So
remember
what,
the
before,
discussion.
before you say, what do you have in mind, Tracy? to do your previous-
I'm thinking, Miss Gotti, what about next, want to do Monday, Tuesday, or you want to do Wednesday?
It could be a Wednesday.
You want to do Wednesday at 5:30?
Okay, now, what date is
What's
that?
going on?
That's the 8th.
A Tuesday?
Okay.
Tuesday, that's council meeting,
Okay.
but Wednesday, we can do it on the 8th, Wednesday the 8th, and then you can get it on the agenda the following. It'll be on the first. Council
What
agenda.
about the 17th?
But then the time to-
Yes, enough time.
You wanna do it, you wanna wait that late?
Yeah, because they give us enough time to know what's going on. I mean, y'all pass and stuff, and we don't even know what's going
No,
on.
we haven't passed.
I'm
Here
just
we
saying
go.
that y'all discussing it, but I'm just saying, but I know what y'all be doing.
So,
And I know.
what I suggest, that's okay. We're gonna do the first read, then we have when we had this meeting on, the 17th. We're gonna do that, okay?
And then, Judge Dawson did not know nothing about this at all.
Judge Dawson didn't know about the courtroom being
That's
done?
what he told me. He told me that in front of my face, and I'm on record. He did not know nothing about the courtroom. He said he came in and it was tore up.
No.
The court did not know about this.
I don't doubt that you had a discussion, but I'm just gonna say that the process by which these recommendations were made, that's been up there for a little while. And I had a presenter coming that day, so I didn't know. the
He didn't know
courtroom was
what y'all gonna do. It
You
happened
said,
past,
y'all, I was
It
surprised when I came here
happened
because I had a
past
lady
by
coming to
council.
do a
It passed by
presentation.
council.
It's you. I'm like,
did all this pass by council? That's the
the
question.
start date, I knew nothing about the start date.
Okay.
I had a presenter coming because I had a meeting that day. I came
Even
in
if
at
you
12 and
had,
tore
but
up.
did the council pass this? Did the council pass their part? That's what you were saying.
No,
Okay, so we don't know nothing about this.
some of the upgrades are planned out and they don't require.
Did Judge Johnson come before us and told us
Judge
about this?
Dawson talked about this at the budget hearing last year.
But did he come to us as council as a whole? That's all I'm asking.
To fix this room up?
To fix this room up.
We've been talking about this.
No,
I didn't see that till I came
I
to
was
the courtroom.
sharing with Dawson, I was just sharing with Judge Dawson about the courtroom, but he never came forth in front of the council and had a discussion. Did he have a discussion on your committee?
Negative. We discussed
Did
this in
he-
the budget hearing last year. about
That's,
the room.
that's the difference.
I'm telling you, I was surprised when I came here. I had a presenter. Somebody came from their house all the way here to present information about the county treasurer's office in this room. And when she came to the door, the room was not available. So
Right.
I'm like, you think I would invite somebody here to have a presentation for our resident if I knew the courtroom was torn? I didn't know till I got here myself.
Yeah, you're right,
So-
and that's what I'm saying.
Timing is everything.
Right, and
So I
that's
didn't-
what
I
I'm
knew
saying, the
nothing about
work
that. I
is
knew
being done, we don't know how much money is going out, we don't know.
Right,
So we need to get with the mayor and ask him what's going on.
I am in 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, then here's where we're at. We can move on. Your meeting's on the 17th, 5:30?
Mhm,
Okay, we're gonna have the mayor here.
mhm.
Tracy, send him a memo, tell him we need to be here so we can work this out collectively. Now, we got 5 or 10 minutes and we're gonna adjourn. I'm gonna add, I got 2, 3, no comments at a committee meeting, it's not on the agenda.
You need to add that on your agenda.
Well,
So
I
those
could,
are
but I'm not gonna do it today. Go ahead, all right? Okay,
So this is-
I may change, but it's not on the agenda legally, I'm not supposed to do it. Go ahead.
So here's what you requested, you got to keep this,
They look like
this
not-
can't conclude.
They look like not.
Right, so we can alter it, but this is to give you an idea.
Now, what is that?
This is what Cleveland actually uses. This is theirs,
Is
it's
that
not
the
ours.
plan, is that?
It's not ours, this is Cleveland's.
Okay, we do not want to do
But
that.
this is what they use. As you can see, they have it posted by Cleveland Division of Fire. The date it was posted, who was posted by, and the actual hazards.
There has
So
been-
you can let them know, floors in the hole, floors in the ceiling,
These are the placards,
unstable walls.
these are the placards.
This is what he gave me to at least say, hey, present it to your council.
Okay,
This came from.
Tracy Peter, did you see this?
Yes.
Okay, now, this is the last thing, and we're gonna adjourn. I need you to cover these.
I do agree with you.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, what I
We
need to
can do
know,
something different.
yeah, way different.
and we probably won't take care of this in next year, but this is what I need to know.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we need a new ambulance. but we can talk about that.
Okay.
New fire engine, and I'm hearing that the firefighter's bathroom is not working properly, so I need to cover all that. Then we're gonna adjourn. Go ahead. Start with the ambulance, and it's been suggested to me, and I yield to my colleagues, suggested to me that we might be able to get some money out of community development. I don't know, but all that's negotiable. And then fire engine, because we've been getting used stuff for the last 15 to 20 years, and we need to figure out, and what's going on with the guy's bathroom back. So start with it, and
So we'll start with the ambulance.
Tracy make good notes on this, please.
So
Thank
the ambulance, as we stated, we have 3 ambulances at this moment. One is a used one, and the other 2 are semi-new. I say semi-new because Squad 144, we purchased that about 5 years ago. It was purchased. It was a company that we as a department did not agree to go with, but our current chief at the time decided to go ahead and buy it. We didn't want to go with it because we have actual mechanics on the department who help repair them, repair these things. They say it's not a good piece of equipment to get. So that's fine. So neither here nor there.
That's
The
the
second
ambulance you
squad.
talking about, Chief
Yes,
Ward?
yes.
Is this a new one?
It's semi-new, is what I'm saying. We
Semi-new.
got it about 5 years
How
ago.
much is it?
The price of that one, I was not on.
Okay.
Yes.
All right,
The second one,
you talking about the fire engine now?
no, it's still about the squad.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
So the second ambulance or squad, the chief after the previous one,
You talking about Zook now?
we're talking about Mike Saliga.
Okay,
He purchased the exact same ambulance again. So the reason we didn't like them because they just have too many mechanical issues.
okay.
And so we felt like, why are we buying that? So that's why I call them semi-new, because we just should never purchase them.
Right.
We already had an older squad that we had been using for a while that we had got used from another city. And so these squads right now, we have a good maintenance program where they're going out to be maintained. But the bottom line is we need a brand new one, spec'd out to what we know will benefit the citizens of this community. So now the ambulance that we did spec out at the time, as of October,
This is a new one, right?
brand new one would be $331,000 for $331,406.
Okay,
That's brand new, spec'd out to what would benefit this city greatly. The problem, like I was telling Mr. Martin here, is that because of COVID, as you're a contractor,
It's gonna go
know, the price has probably gone up. This was the last October. I've been reaching out to him on a regular basis. He's been updating me saying, hey, just letting you know, if you don't get any numbers in, it's gonna keep going up. The other issue is because parts are so hard to get now, we're looking at 18 months before we can get a brand new squad. So this was mentioned several months ago.
Whoa.
And so the problem is that even if we can get some type of agreement to purchase this, let's just say, first of the year, we still won't take possession of it until 2023.
wow.
Same issue happens with the fire engine. I thank you all for allowing us to buy that used one. It
Okay,
is a good one.
you talking about a new fire engine,
Yeah, but I'm
right?
talking about the one that you all did buy, but you all
Right.
brought it, and you all made it real clear. This is not gonna be a permanent engine, and I thank you all for saying that.
All right.
So for a brand new fire engine, it would the last, it's the same company what we want to deal with. It's $552,467. Yeah, so
Okay,
that's what it would cost to get a brand new fire engine and a brand new ambulance, which is something that the city needs considering how hard our ambulances run.
okay, I'm gonna open up to the council people, one more thing, and we can cover this.
Yeah.
And I apologize, but it's not on my agenda for the public, so next time we meet 2 weeks, I'm gonna make sure that we have,
No
we
problem.
might put the bathroom, that's the last thing, then I'll yield to my
So
colleagues.
we had work done to the bathrooms. This is back in this time last year.
Okay,
I was actually off on an injury and I came back on duty and it's like our bathrooms are tore up. Which is no big deal. We could use a new bathroom. The problem that we had is that whoever the contractor that was used to do the work, we still have non-working bathrooms, completely non-working. We have a toilet upstairs that we have to use a screwdriver to flush. And we have a toilet downstairs, same problem, have to use a screwdriver to flush. I know the mayor has worked to try to get somebody to come in and look at these things, but we still need functioning bathrooms.
So can y'all actually look into finding contractors that can, help do the work?
Sure.
Cause I'm quite sure you need a bathroom.
Actually, like I said, right now, we're able to use more than one toilet, but we only have, you know, keep in mind, we have at Station One, there's usually about 6 guys on duty at the least.
Mhm.
So we have 6 guys.
Is that the one on
This is right
Shaw?
here.
The one here?
Yeah.
What about the one on Shaw?
Shaw, we usually have 4 guys down
Is that working?
there. We had actually, one of our own guys did the work down there himself, so
Alright.
yes, it's working.
Okay. I'm
So
gonna,
is he a contractor, the one that did the work?
He's what we have in the fire department, we have 2 separate positions called superintendent of housing and superintendent of equipment. He's superintendent of housing. So what he does is if there's minor work that he can do, he'll do, or he'll find a contractor or a person that can do the work. So this was work. He's a plumber by his side trade, so he was able to do some of the simple things needed to be
do you
done.
know how much was paid to fix the toilet that's not working properly?
I do not.
It wasn't Amish people, was it?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Not
All
at all.
right, I'll yield to Austin. Okay, go ahead, Austin.
I had a question for our clerk, if she could take a look, because there's some legislation that's been tied up in the council office for over a year with an ambulance, and I think like $1.1 million for emergency equipment. And I want to see if we can actually pull that legislation back out, and we don't have to reinvent the wheel, just kind of stop burying stuff in that collective, if you will. So we have to bring some stuff back to the table, because there's already some legislation out there, it's not.
I think that might have been that they were holding it because
Yeah, but it's-
Barbara Mile Smith said it had to be included on the 5-year,
The work cap.
Or the mini
Right, so-
appropriations.
Yeah.
just as-
and
as
the
a-
police vehicles, and I
Yeah.
know what you're talking
Right,
about.
so we have to bring this, it's already something in the works, so maybe we want to go back and totally reinvent the wheel. However, if there has been some spec changes,
Mhm.
at least we can have the dollars available to make the adjustments, which would be beneficial. I think the last, I don't remember, it was like.
Yeah, it was like a lease program
Right,
that
right.
the mayor was putting together. And I will say that that equipment there was not the quality of the equipment that we're looking at now.
Okay,
So,
so, and I think
because
that's
I
something-
remember what you're talking
right,
about.
so I think that's something we can go back and revisit with the administration. If you could be so kind as to go back to the mayor and talk about making sure you get the specs right the first time. So you
Okay.
have to do a whole lot of extra.
Not a
unnecessary
problem. Because if he does that, I do have all the specs for everything current now.
stuff. And that makes sense, because that.
Thank you.
That'd be a cost saving
Thank you.
to us.
And Wally, make sure you get that information to Tracy so she can get it to all the council people. So they know. Hopefully we can get this done before the end of the year. The next important meeting is gonna be Austin's meeting. Got anything else you wanna say?
No, I just want to thank you for, again, all the hard work you've been doing, and we're
Thank you,
going to actually have the hearing coming up, so if we.
What hearing are you talking about?
The budget hearing.
Yeah, what is that
I want to
anticipated?
say, when is that?
It's on the
It's on-
10th.
Okay.
Next Friday, Friday the 10th.
So next one, okay. All right, not a problem.
Okay, that's what I wanted to cover. Is there anything before I adjourn? Gotti?
I just, thank everybody for coming out, and those who's listening and, moving the city forward, and it makes sense to do everything properly. You know?
Okay, all right, thank you. Tim Austin.
I do want to say thank everybody for coming out. And I'm happy to say that there are some things that are on the horizon that's gonna be much better for the city. And I ask that you get a little bit more involved in your government. So the things you want to have realized, whether it's better emergency equipment, better police equipment, enough resources properly used to change the aesthetic of our city, as well as, the government buildings that represent. it. Thank you very much, and that's all I have.
Thank you.
Councilor
Yes,
elect Mahovia, just wanted to say one thing,
well, it's not on the agenda.
because it's just a committee.
Okay, come on, Patricia.
All right, all right.
Yeah, we're not real formal.
Yeah.
All right,
I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
As I drop everything here.
all right.
We look at this discussion of respect, and I think it's more significant even to say that it's a matter of legality. It is not legal for money to be spent without it being appropriated by council.
Okay,
And we look at something that was done in the past to make arrangements for changes in City Hall, which are wonderful. And if we had plenty of money, I would support them entirely.
Mhm.
but they are cosmetic. And one can be just as professional in a dump as one can be in a very formal, very nicely accompanied room. So here I looked at $140,000 here and
Wait, where are you?
40,000, resolution 84-21, and $40,000 there. And as I look out in the rest of City Hall, obviously, other money that was spent. And we have people here working for the city, working for the service department, working for the fire department, working for the police department, for inadequate salaries.
Say that again,
We
Patricia?
have people working for the service department, the fire department, the police department for inadequate salaries. Salaries that don't meet, well, I would consider a bare minimum of $15 an hour. I mean, that's not even a good salary, but that's a more acceptable salary. It's the level that a lot of people talk about, moving from this $7 and how many cents an hour it is now. And I think this money, all of it, that is being used for cosmetic changes would be better spent on giving a bonus or a raise to our people who are working for us for inadequate salaries.
So when you say our people, Patricia, you talk about fire, police, who else?
Service,
Service?
and those are the three that I've had discussions with somebody with in the recent past. So I don't know what everybody else makes who's working for the city. But we need to have people working for the fire department who make more than they could get if they left and went to McDonald's. I mean, let's be reasonable about this. They have an important job, very important job for the city. And we need to do, we're a poor city, okay? We can't give them what they would make in Solon. I'm sure I'd love to, if we had the money, give them every bit as much as they could get in any other city. But let's try to put that as a priority over cosmetic changes in City Hall. Let's value them. And let's value ourselves and insist on what we can insist on as far as when things get done and when things get voted on and whether things get voted on appropriately. Thank you. I appreciate the
Thank
time.
you. If there's nothing else, I'm going to adjourn. Anything else?
No.
Brandon, would you come up for a second? Okay, Austin has something to say to you with values. Go ahead. Go ahead, Gotti, then you also, then we're gonna adjourn.
We scheduling a meeting to talk to you about this change that the council did not approve about fixing up City Hall, money being spent on the 17th. And where this money coming from, and, you know, we just need to know the contract and how much it is, because we don't know nothing about it. And we want to have a meeting with you about the $300 stimulus check that you've been passing out that we don't know nothing about. Council don't know nothing about, because we didn't pass that either. And the 3,000 homeowners, when we came to have a meeting with you, the whole chamber was tore up. So we just want to know, on the 17th, this time, can we have a meeting with you and you actually be here in council chamber?
So, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Mayor Brandon King, how are you?
Residents and people who are attending. Yes, so, thank you guys for having the meeting tonight. Sorry I missed most of the agenda. I can answer any questions that you may have, agenda items related or agenda items related. I would love to sit down and meet with council as a whole to discuss any of your issues or concerns with a number of things that are either going on inside of City Hall, outside of City Hall, programming taking place in regards to some of the things that you mentioned, be more than willing to meet with you. You just let me know when, and we'll make arrangements.
Okay, we have in the meeting December the 17th at 5:30.
5:30.
In this room,
in
correct?
this room.
It's Contracts and Properties Committee meeting in tandem with General Services and Administration. There's gonna be about 10 pieces of legislation.
Is that many pieces of legislation? Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah, so as we know, when you go into the holiday season, things get a little dicey, so if I'm not here, I will have someone from the administration here to answer any questions that you all may have. So that's-
we need you to be here. We need you to be here because every time we make a meeting with you, Mayor, you never be around. You always have some kind of excuse to dodge us about this money.
So
We're
that's
gonna talk about the money now.
Council Vice President, at your pleasure, but I know we've said this a million times. The information doesn't change, no matter who presents it to you, if it's a
We want you
number
to do it.
or if it's a reason, a rationale, it doesn't matter who gives it
We
to
want
you.
you to do
It's the
it.
same. So I appreciate that, and if I'm available, I will be here. If not, the information is still the same.
No, we need to talk to you. You're the one that's making these arrangements and you're the one tearing up
So let's-
everything.
let's
And
see
you're
what
the one that is remodeling everything without coming before council. You're the one giving out money without coming before council. So we need you in the presence of the council. And we need you to communicate with us and we need you to work with us. Thanks.
Okay, so I hope we can work it out now. We're going to adjourn, but we, go ahead, Austin.
Okay, I don't know if you remember doing the last budget, we talked with Judge Dawson about the renovation of the court. We talked about partially, sharing some of the costs with the court. You recall that discussion?
Yes.
Was that here? I just want to make sure I was the only one that was saying.
So-
Thank you, go ahead.
My apologies again for being late, but I did have on my desk upstairs two pieces of paper. One has the council chamber desk, right? Which is basically what you're looking at here, except it comes more in a U. The price for it had been reduced. I'm not sure what happened, but he came back from 47 to about 40.
Okay, I saw that, yeah.
And all of this stuff on here got a price of 180,000.
Mhm.
So there was miscommunication as to what all we were getting new and what we were looking for to be quoted. So the only things we're looking to be quoted is the U-shaped sectional, which comes in about 5 pieces,
Mhm.
right? For council, it's about 40,000. And then the judge's desk. So you see this here with the judge's seal on it, all the way over to the new piece that's put on there.
Mhm.
That's about 47,000 just for that. We don't need the riser. We don't need the arm here. We don't need this or this, which is what he included in his first. So that's why it's 180,000. This is not what it is. Now, I'm sure you've heard that our law department is out right now. So when I sent it to Willa looked only at this. She didn't look at the body of the email, which stated what I just did. And that the judges section is about 46,000,
Okay,
right? Just for those pieces there.
because he's paying for that, is that correct?
So,
Judge don't know nothing about it.
so,
Okay.
so that's about 46,000. And
Okay.
then this piece here that you'll be using for council. and your
The
meeting,
U-shaped
the
thing?
U-shape is about 40,000.
We save about 9,000 on that. Is that
About
correct?
7,000 is what you're saving on that. And that will be the total, right?
All right.
So, and, I mean, let's just be honest. 3 separate branches of government, the check's still written by the administration. So I,
All right.
you know, that's why you come in front of council and you say, okay, well, how do you guys want me to approach this,
Mhm.
right? How do you guys, want it? First of all, do you want it? I'm sure you do, right? Because by the time this courtroom is done, And remember, we got a grant for about 200,000 when we do it. So you got new audio visual stuff, it's gonna be state of the art, right? So you want new furniture and stuff.
Let me ask you this, when, like, Patricia came to the mic about 10 minutes ago, will we have a mic that people can use? It's gonna be better than what we had the last 100 years.
Council,
Mhm.
we got about 200,000 audio visual stuff. You don't have state of the art equipment, right? To run this thing, to then broadcast it out,
Okay.
right? It will be all that you think it. Yes, so it will be awesome.
Thank you. Anything else,
Yeah, I
Austin?
do. I missed the opportunity to talk about this warming event that's taking place at the Lakeside Baptist Church on the 18th of December from noon to 4 p.m. for the elementary, middle, and high school young folks in the city. Come out and get a warming piece of equipment, whether it's a hoodie, ski jacket, or a coat. A lot of the younger kids like coats, and we decided we would add the hoodie to the menu, if you will. It's gonna be separated by size, give you an opportunity to come in and select a garment and go out and enjoy it and just be blessed. And
Can you show up or do you have to RSVP?
if you RSVP, it will be better. We'll make sure that we have your size.
Is there a phone number on there?
There is a phone number, and I will share that with you.
All right.
Ms. Peterson is the person you're gonna talk to contact. Ms. Carlista Peterson, her number is 216-333-6660.
Wait a minute, wait. That's the young lady that ran for council, right?
That's correct.
Wait a minute. Carlisa
Peterson,
Peterson,
it's 216-333-6660.
216-333-660.
Yes, and the Lakeside.
Wait a
Baptist
minute,
Church,
333-66, what?
60, 3 sixes and a 0.
Oh, three, okay. I got it. Okay, sorry about that.
And the Lakeside Baptist Church has a phone number that you can leave a message on, and it's 216-795-4335.
795.
This is a free event. It will cost you nothing to show up and share with the community your resources. And if you are a contributor or would like to be a contributor to this event, we would like to accept only new garments. We don't want to accept gently used. However, we will distribute accordingly, but we intend based on new garment line, our young folks who deserve new garments, to get what they need in order to be warm and cared for by the community. Thank you very much.
Okay, everyone, I want to thank you for coming out.
Mr. Chair, Mr. Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair,
Who is that?
I'm sorry, Wella. Also,
Go ahead, before I adjourn, go ahead.
clarification. Yeah, just a question. Now,
Right.
December 17th is a Friday. Is that the date for the next Contracts and Property Committee meeting, Friday,
For,
17th?
The mayor meeting.
no, when is your meeting? When is your con?
It's
when
on
is
the
that?
17th.
You wanna move it to
That's
16?
next month?
No, it's 17th, December the 17th.
Is that a Friday, Willa?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
We'll do it on Friday
I
then.
thought we said Wednesday.
I thought we said Wednesday.
I thought it was a Wednesday.
Originally, you wanted, I said Wednesday after council meeting, you wanted to push it further out.
Yeah, okay.
Let's
We
go,
already
let's-
have a
Well,
council.
she said
We
Wednesday, she
already,
didn't know what date it was.
Right.
I wanted Wednesday.
but we already had a
I thought
council.
it was, I thought it was gonna be on a Wednesday.
You want to do it on the 15th?
No, I can't do it on the 15th.
No, we could do it on the 17th.
Oh, that's
Let's do it on the
Let's
17th. I
just
can't do
keep
it.
it, we just keep it on the 17th.
Let's do it on the 17th, Friday, I'm all right with it.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay,
I am-
Willa, we're gonna do it on the 17th, at what time?
You know, the council change, the court, it doesn't use this normally on
On
Friday.
Friday,
So you
right.
could have it earlier during the day.
So how do you feel about it? Because you do.
No,
it
I
on-
wanted it in the evening time so people can come out and see this and hear this. No, because all the time, we have residents don't come to the meetings and it'd be like early in the morning and stuff like that. And we need them to come out because people do be working,
Okay, what time on the 15th?
5:30.
Okay, no, not on the 15th, the 17th. Okay, are we set?
Yeah, and you, the two pieces, resolution 6621 and 8321, we are going to make those into emergencies. And the committee would like them moved forward to the agenda on the 7th, am I correct?
You said something about
The
What you
one
talking
with
about,
the
this
fire
stuff today?
department.
Yeah, I
The
just
one
have
with the
to,
fire
I
department.
just have to go over it again, so we have it on the record.
But
That
we need
you
to,
did agree to move it forward to
well,
the two
he,
pieces for the fire department.
well, he said he gonna give us more information.
He brought it down, I have it.
Okay, so we need to look at.
Okay,
I mean,
you got the last
we-
remarks,
we-
Randy King, then I'm gonna adjourn.
So, and I thought this would be of interest to you.
All right,
So Bristol Manor did call back.
okay,
Bristol Manor said no.
that's fine.
People are.
The COVID thing.
Yeah, people are really scared of this thing, man. So we're still trying to find a location, but everyone's like, they don't wanna deal with COVID.
Okay, what I need to know from you, because I went to the library today.
Mhm.
Okay, Lattimore wasn't there, but he works with us. The only caveat that we may have an issue with is, we need to, pay the security, because if the meeting legally don't start till, what, 7:30? Okay, so if we can cover, they got two, I think one or two security guards, if we can cover them, I think he might allow us. That's our last shot, if not, we're gonna have it here. So how do you feel about that?
I have to see what that, because like I wouldn't,
Where?
go in my pocket to pay the security. I'm fine with having it here.
All right,
But if you guys wanna have it over there, we'd have to see how that sorts itself out.
well, I should talk to him the next couple of days. If he says no, then we have no choice but that. Okay?
And we're still working on that.
Okay, so we still got, tomorrow's the first, so we should have it know in about a week. You feel comfortable with that?
Yes.
Okay,
And your meeting's supposed to start at 6:30, not.
is it 6:30 or 7:30? I don't remember. You
It's
remember?
6:30.
6:30.
6:30? Okay, that's all right.
Oh, no, for January,
Yeah, January 3rd.
because the charter states it must start at 7:30.
You listen to that, Omaze?
No, we changed that during my.
I don't see it nowhere in the
Yeah,
charter.
excuse me, let me.
She
finish.
said 6:30.
We changed it to 6:30. It's not 7:30, it was 7:30, we changed it to 6:30.
When we, 4 years ago, was it 6:30 or 7? You remember?
6:30,
I honestly don't remember.
I know it.
We can look it up. though.
Okay,
We'll have Willa.
Willa, you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Would you check the charter to see what time this January 3rd, 2020 meeting is, please?
Well, the charter says 7:30 was not amended in the charter, but we changed, council changed it during Mildred Brewer tenure on council. We were there, and she couldn't, she had taken ill or whatever, and she hasn't been able to come at 7:30, so we changed it to 6:30. I can find the legislation and bring it.
Fine,
Did
please.
it go, well, that, Mays, Mr. Mays, if I may, that would have been a charter change. Did it go to the electorate?
Right. So legally it's 7:30?
That's what the charter
Willa?
says 7:30.
Yeah, if it's, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go, because to my knowledge, we haven't, the last charter change we had was just the salary thing. We haven't had a charter change in years.
Yeah.
So we haven't had a charter change in years, so we're gonna go with 7:30, Tracy. Okay, it's exactly 6:26, this meeting's adjourned. Thank you.
All right, thank
All right. Thank you. Good evening.
You guys been violating